about being alone. It's a long road to walk by yourself. And what makes you think that you don't need love? It's a cold world, but we could warm it up. So I said,
hi, I'm Erin Edwards. I'm here at Swamis with Dave Rastovich. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I just got out of the water, so I feel good.
So I saw recently a video where your dad, before a World Juniors contest, gave you advice on a meditation: think it, feel it, do it. What other ways did your parents shape you, and do you still use that meditation?
Oh, definitely. You know, I think any action in life is following usually a thought or some sort of formless idea, you know, in our hearts or in our minds or wherever in the formless world. You really dream something up and then, you know, manifest it somehow. So, you know, my dad's words definitely still apply to my life now. And my mom is just an amazing water woman. You know, there are so many amazing water women around the world who have had very little recognition, and I really don't like that. You know, I think we're missing out on a lot by not hearing the stories of, you know, elder women surfers. And so my mom is just a great water woman, and to see her joy in being in the ocean every day is something really inspiring to me as well, you know. So of course my family is a great influence, but also just the ocean, you know. Every surfer can learn so much from being in the water.
Speaking of having a blessed life, have you had any failures or obstacles?
I think, you know, failure is just you know, a lesson not learned yet. So for me, I've had a lot of challenges that may not be you know, overt, you know, that the other surfers in the surfing media are covering. You know, through my life I've had the same personal challenges that all of us have, you know. Like my dad left the planet last year. You know, he passed away through a really difficult challenge through his life with just physical illness and whatnot, and mental illness, all kinds of things. So to go through that is pretty heart-wrenching, but also, you know, so amazing at the same time, because I'm just lucky to even had a dad for a little while, you know. So many people don't get that experience. So
to get where you are now, did you feel like you ever took a risk that you were deciding on one path, or have you always known your path?
There's always a level of risk with anything that's worth doing, you know. You know, you speak to somebody who sits in an office all day and has no challenges in their life, and I'm sure they'd get pretty bored of it, you know. So although we might be in danger at some times when we're doing certain things, I think it's that risky element that makes life so wonderful and exciting. So I would say for sure I've had a little level of risk in all the things that I've been doing over the years, and especially, you know, just as a surfer, I think we're all a little kind of risk takers, you know, in our life. So I think whatever we do in the water, you know, we also do on land. So if you're going out surfing and you're taking risks with your surfing, then I'm probably pretty sure you'd be doing the same thing through your life on land as well.
Have you had many scary moments while surfing, or was your adventures on Sea Shepherd a scary moment?
There's definitely been times where there's been fear present. When we were in Japan dealing with kind of irate fishermen and stuff, that was a pretty tense moment. But at the same time, you know, we were just sitting beside pilot whales who had just watched their whole family be slaughtered, and they were swimming around in the blood of their family. So really, us getting a few bumps and scratches from angry fishermen is nothing compared to what they endure. So, you know, that wasn't really scary, it was more just like anguish.
Who has been an interesting person that you've traveled with, and why?
Well, all the people that we do our work with when we were coming down this coastline were amazing, because, you know, you got just passionate people who are willing to work for something other than their own benefit, you know. So all surfers, I'm sure, have that you know, side to them, but I really am inspired by water people who just actually do something, you know. And everyone, all of us can talk, but you know, taking the talk to the next level is inspiring for me. So, you know, it's really neat to see how someone surfs, that they do a great air or a good cutback or whatever they're doing, but, you know, really that's just for their own enjoyment, you know. So I think it means a lot more to me when somebody has something in their life where they're doing it for the benefit of others as well.